I'm happy again. I'm singing and dancing.
In 1962, Hendrik Tuinema and Paul Hesse, two colleagues of me, heard that Hilton was planning to build a hotel in Amsterdam. And they said, what can we do against? Let's make a Dutch. They started that and asked an advertisement office to look for a name. And they had the golden windmills, the golden wooden shoes, and the Golden Tulip Hotels. And they charged for the last one. And that's still the best name there is. When they started that, they said, oh, we have to join also some college from the different provinces in Holland, because it's in not only the three big cities, but also... So they phoned me one day and they said, are you interested? No, I was interested. And the reason I'm still there, that's I still think it's a very good chain.
The hoteliers who founded Golden Tulip discussed the criteria which hotels would be able to join the organization. And they described that the hotels needed to be first-class hotels in major destinations in the Netherlands. And the minimum room rate at the time to be a member of Golden Tulip were €5 for the room and €6 for the room including breakfast. And 50% of all the rooms needed to have a bath. Today we laugh about those criteria, but at the time these were the best available hotels in the Netherlands. The president of Golden Tulip at the time, Mr. Gideon Spitz, met in his garden with the former president of KLM, Mr. Sergio Orlandini, and they discussed whether KLM would be willing to take over Golden Tulip and to invest in Golden Tulip. And they agreed at the time that if Gideon Spitz was able to find 100 or more hotels in 1 year outside of the Netherlands, KLM would invest in Golden Tulip. And this is exactly what happened. He got the facilities from KLM to travel all over the world to negotiate with the best hotels in KLM destinations, and he signed 143 Golden Tulip agreements in 1 year. So KLM took over Golden Tulip as a result of this deal that they made.
As we know, the central reservation system plays a crucial role for hotel chains in order to market their hotels around the world. Our central reservation system started back in the 80s with our first system called Cheers. Golden Tulip moved then towards the Hank system. And in early 2000, we introduced the GoldRes series of reservation systems. And by being advanced, by being innovative, our hotels had a leading advantage over their competitors. We saw in 2005 the coming of the mobile websites. We created our first Golden Tulip mobile device. At the time, this was before Apple had its iPhone. Moving ahead to 2007, we saw the coming of Facebook when we launched our first Facebook page for Golden Tulip. We also launched something controversial at the time, was the guest reviews on our brand website. Remember, this is 5 years ago, so this is something that was quite new for the hotels, and I remember some of you were a bit skeptical, and I think I was the most hated person in the industry because I was putting reviews on your websites. Today, most of the hotel chains and many of the OTAs and travel sites are also incorporating guest reviews on their own websites. Following the escapade of the guest reviews that we introduced in 2007, what we saw was a massive explosion of the social media. People were starting to talk about your hotels on Twitter, on Facebook, on blogs, and on websites that are not in our own local languages. So the next challenge that we faced was, how are we going to harness this power? We found a partner to provide a way to cultivate this information. Our belief at Golden Tulip is that the reputation is going to evolve. And what you're going to see in the coming years is that this reputation management is going to be crucial in not only operational aspects and quality control of your hotels, but it's going to affect revenue management and pricing decisions. So stay tuned, there's a lot more to come, and Golden Tulip is dedicated to continue being one of the first in evolution for the distribution strategy.
I was the first manager of the opening of Tulip in Amsterdam, which was in fact the first Tulip Inn in the world. And it was opened in January 1994. And they found an old building in the city center on a very good location. And they transformed it in 10 months. And it was a success from the beginning. It was really like working together, a big team effort. And it was really nice, like an adventure. So we sat with the people from marketing and made brochures for the Tulip Inns in Holland. We made packages, all kinds of arrangements, and we started to sell the Tulip Inn product in the country and abroad. By the time we opened, we had piles and piles of reservations, and we all had to put them in the system. It was a lot of work, but when we finally finished, night after night, putting in all the reservations, we discovered there were days that we had 200 rooms in the hotel, and in fact 208 rooms, but we had for 800 rooms reservations on certain days. So we were a little bit in panic, because we had so much overbookings. Of course, the other 4 hotels in Amsterdam, the Golden Tulip Krasnapolski, the Golden Tulip Pulitzer, the Barbizon Center and the Barbizon Palace, they were really happy with us because we could overbook the 3-star hotel with 3-star rates, and we could upgrade the guests to 4- and 5-star properties in Amsterdam, which were empty. So they were really happy, and it worked from both sides. I still see a lot of people from that time, and a few of them are close friends.
Je suis venue la première fois il y a 60 ans, parce que nous étions à peine mariés. Mon mari et moi, nous avions envie de faire pour les réveillons une petite excursion, c'est-à-dire aller dans un pays tout proche. Et alors nous avons eu l'adresse de Golden Tulip Hotel, Valmonte. Nous avons été reçus admirablement. Et puis gentiment, le propriétaire et sa femme nous ont invités, ils ont allumé un feu ouvert et nous avons reçu des marrons. Et ça a été une soirée formidable. C'est notre première rencontre avec l'hôtel Valmonte.
Comme ma sœur disait, elle a été à l'hôtel Valmonte depuis 60 ans, moi seulement depuis 50 ans. Quand nous arrivons, ils nous disent « Ah, les filles sont là, les filles sont là ». Et à l'hôtel, le soir, quand on arrive, je vous montre, ça se trouve sur la table qu'on nous attend, les dames van Gouwelaert. Et généralement, quand on arrive, on nous offre un petit drink. Et c'est vraiment le repos idéal.
Nous sommes reçus vraiment comme chez la famille. On ne peut pas dire que c'est mieux ou bien c'est parfait.
Nous avons déjà commandé pour le mois d'août, c'est toujours chambre 54, 55. Et quand on arrive au printemps, qui fait encore un peu frais, il met toujours sur le papier, donc pour confirmer, 2 couvertures seront prêtes en plus. En souvenir, chaque fois que je vais là-bas, en partant, je prends un tout petit caillou. Et comme nous y allons 2 fois par an depuis 50 ans, j'ai presque 1 kilo de petits cailloux en souvenir de Valmonte. On retourne toujours à cet hôtel parce qu'on a d'autres adresses qu'on nous conseille, mais là, on retourne simplement parce que c'est le meilleur.
IHAN hotels came from Spain and they want to take over. But with 3-4 colleagues of me, we want to buy the Golden Tulip name. But Hans Kennedy, that president at that time, he took a plane earlier than we were supposed to go, and we bought the name.
L'histoire de Golden Tulip me fait penser un peu à la tulipmania, la folie de la tulipe. C'est en 1637, une quarantaine d'années après que cette belle fleur soit arrivée aux Pays-Bas en venant de la Turquie, que l'offre dépassait de loin la demande, que les prix s'envolent et que les riches Hollandais étaient prêts à hypothéquer leur maison, les banques étaient prêtes à prêter des sous, pour acheter des bulbes de tulipe. Tout allait bien jusqu'au jour où des tricheurs proposaient sur le marché des exemplaires malades qui probablement ne donneraient jamais des fleurs. Lorsque ce rumeur s'est répandue, le marché s'est totalement effondré, plus personne voulait en acheter, ce qui a mené à une crise financière qui est comparable avec la crise qu'on a connue ces dernières années. Mais heureusement, ça n'en est pas resté là. Après une dizaine d'années d'efforts sérieux de la part des marchands, la bonne réputation de cette fleur est revenue sur le marché. Le marché des fleurs avait compris que, avec la qualité, il ne faut pas tricher. Ça fait du tort. Et ils ont compris qu'en étant honnêtes et sérieux, qu'on peut regagner la confiance de l'acheteur, la confiance du client. C'est en 2001, lorsque la chienne fêtait ses presque 40 ans, que le Golden Tulip Miramar Beach Hotel à Théoul, sur la Côte d'Azur, a été élu Golden Tulip meilleur hôtel de l'Europe. J'en étais le directeur et c'est à ce moment-là que je me suis rendu compte ce qu'une chaîne, ce qu'un brand qui fonctionne peut signifier pour un établissement hôtelier. Rien n'est jamais perdu pour toujours quand on est prêt à se battre. Je souhaite au groupe que cette belle histoire se répète, je n'ai aucun doute, prenant en compte l'ambition du groupe aujourd'hui.